Bauer and Shinat Omed will be at our Oneg afterwards, a chance to meet them and to say hello. I also want to tell you that on September 10th, which is the Sunday, the first Sunday of our religious school, at 11:30, we're going to have a community-wide or a synagogue-wide program here to meet the Isa family as well as the Mustafa family, the other family that we've sponsored. We'll do a program here in the sanctuary at 11:30 where we'll tell their story with pictures and dialogue. And then afterwards, there'll be a reception for all those that would want to come. And both the Isa family and the Mustafa family are going to be providing some Kurdish desserts for us to enjoy. That's September 10th at 11:30 on the first Sunday of religious school.
Excuse me, one thing more, if I can say that.
Of course.
After I arrived to Canada, because of we are Kurdish or Muslim, many people asked me, my friends, relatives, families in Syria asked me if I have been surprised that Jewish community sponsored me. Actually, we didn't surprise, because when we were a student at Syria, as a student at the school, elementary school, secondary school, high school, and when we moved to study at the university, every morning they brainwashed us to hate Israel. Every morning, the teacher was telling us that don't forget that Israel is the first enemy of you. Jewish is the first enemy of you, so don't forget that. When we go back to home and ask our father, so what about this? Is Israel is our first enemy? Jewish is our first enemy? My father was telling me that forget that and don't care about that because Hizb al-Ba'as party. I don't know if you heard about al-Ba'as party. It's a party who lead Syria now. My father one day told me that when Saddam fought Kurdish by chemical, Israel was the first country that sent medical aid to Kurds after Saddam fought Kurds by medical. And he told me when Mustafa al-Barzani, the father of our current president in Kurdistan region, he is like a historical leader for us. My father told me that also Israel supported Mustafa al-Barzani. Until now, actually these days, Israel now is the first country who supported Kurdistan region, because the next month we have referendum at September 25th. We have referendum to let people say yes or not to separate from Iraq. So every time in Syria, they were telling us that don't forget Israel is the first enemy. So my father and my mother and my relatives tell us don't care about that. Don't believe that. But after we grew up, we started recognizing about this, if Israel or not. So actually, we didn't surprise that Jewish community so sponsored us.
Wow.
Thanks for you. Thanks again.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing
Thank you so
that.
much. Thank you. Thank you.
It's really a remarkable thing in a world that seems to be eclipsed in darkness so much that we can bring some light, not only to their lives, but as you know, they bring even more to us and a chance to fulfill this mitzvah. So thank you, our congregation, for doing this incredible mitzvah to save a life and to create friendship out of strangers. Our service continues.